Mark, welcome back to the Couch Trip. Today I'm going to go over my Championship Cup Series races at Virginia International Raceway. I had huge plans this season. Started back in April, got my race license, got a podium on my very first race, was really excited in a fourth, and was ready to just tear it up all summer long. And here it is 5 months later, and I'm just now doing my next race. So, the last race of the season. As you can see, it didn't go to plan. So, work is something you need to do to be able to pay, to be able to play. Unfortunately, but we got to do what we got to do. In the meantime, this weekend was so much fun. Met, again, so many great people, and learned a lot. And I was hoping to do just that all the way through the season. And I'm excited because next season, I think if I get a little more time, having met some of the really experienced riders and racers there, that I can continue to learn from them, and guys that have been doing it for 2, 3, 4, 5, even 10 years. So it was an eventful weekend, to be sure. I had never done faster than a 1 minute 50-second lap, to give you an idea of how, if you're a racer and you're listening to this, how slow I was. And on Saturday morning's practice, I also managed to drop my time down to 1:43. So I was really pleased with that. That's a 7-second increase per lap. Wear bars, so I changed to some fresh rubber, ready for race day on Saturday, but I also done some work on the brakes. I'm not the best wrencher in the world, as those of you who know me can attest to. So I was a little bit cautious going out there. 170-mile-an-hour straightaway, when you come to the brake zones, you want to know that you're stopping. So all that to say, I was trying to just take my time, get a feel for the bike. I'm coming around, I think it was, must have been turn 11, what they call the roller coaster. It's a 3-story drop. And I just was a little too slow, so I drifted in, clipped the curb, and what happens when you hit the curbs here in the U.S., it's not like the MotoGP tracks with lots of grip in the paint and sand, whatever. It's slippery. Front wheel tucked, and unfortunately, at 75 miles an hour, I'm sliding across and into the grass. Stopped the session, red flag, and my poor fellow racers didn't get much practice because I'm on the ground. Thankfully, my Dainese airbag suit blew up nicely, and I'm walking around like this. The guy, Pork Chop, they call him Pork Chop, who was one of the track marshals, was like, "What's up there, Beefy?" He had never seen one. Like, he'd only seen the external ones. And he's like, "I didn't understand why you're standing there with your arms all out." So anyway, 7-second per lap increase, despite ruining the morning practice. Thank you very much. Sorry about that to all my fellow racers. Then when I got to my very first race, I didn't have the bike back together. If you take a look at some of these pictures here, you'll see there was tons of grass. That's barely any of it. I'd already pulled out the huge chunks of mud and everything. It's a lot of scratches on the fairing, so mostly cosmetic. However, I broke the clip-on, which holds all the controls, the clutch, the cylinder, some of the electronics for the menus. And so fortunately, I keep extras. That's not my first time going down. So I did have a replacement clip-on, and I broke the clutch lever. So I was able to replace both those. Unfortunately, I broke my gear shift lever. So this was my backup gear shift lever. Thankfully, it didn't break at all. There was still the more vertical portion, and then the horizontal little piece that you actually use with your toe to shift was gone. So one of the mechanics there drilled a hole for me real quick, put a bolt on it, and that became my shifter, wrapped duct tape around it. So back out on the track. I missed my first race. So the next race was race 5. And on race 5, that was called the Unlimited Super Sport. And I set another personal best. I was very happy with that. I think I finished 6th. And it was in my category, which was amateur. And I had a personal best of 137.9. So, I mean, that's nearly a 5.5-second increase. I was really happy per lap. I was very happy with that. Rookies Cup was Sunday, of which I am a rookie, but had a good battle with guys between 3rd and 6th place, and it was really good. And I had my video camera on, and when I got in, it was still recording, and when I went to hook it up, it overheated before it saved it. So all this awesome footage is just gone. However, that said, I borrowed some footage, I took the footage from the guy that was behind me, William Richardson, or really back and front and behind. Met some really good guys this weekend. William Richardson, shout out to you on the BMW S1000RR. He and I we were pretty even Steven, and we spent the whole weekend battling, and that was a lot of fun. He got some good footage, which we're about to watch. And then also Jonathan Mahler, he was right there with me as well. So we had a great time. On this race, lowered my time to 1:37.03, so almost a full second. So when you're getting near your limit, to be able to continue to increase by even the smallest of margins is a really big achievement. So 1:37.03 with an average lap time of 1:38.7. So very happy with that. Then the last race of the day for me was the next to last race, which was almost 5 o'clock. It was getting really warm that day. I didn't get any footage of that race, but I'm super pleased with it because I improved my personal best again by almost half a second, 1:36.59, and an average lap time of 1:38.05. I would have had I probably would have been battling a lot higher on that race, but this was the one where I completely flubbed the start. I mean, just horrible. Ended up, I think I was like in the second row, and then ended up like practically 13th. Just guys flying by me. So anyway, take a look at the footage. Hope you enjoy it. And thanks for watching the channel. Please like, subscribe. And these are always a post-mortem day for me. It's like today's Tuesday and the race was Sunday. I had a long drive back from Virginia to Lexington. It's almost 8 hours. And so I got home like 3 a.m. And it's always a bit of a post-mortem the day after I get back, because like your adrenaline is just way up here, and then suddenly reality. So hey, here I am finally on Tuesday posting it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for coming to the channel, and please like, subscribe. Thanks. So on this clip, we're just a few laps into the race already. This is my buddy William Richardson, whom I just met, riding a BMW 1000RR, and he is very good. This is coming into turn 7 under the bridge. Not my favorite spot, but I love that back straight. I managed to do a little block pass there. Through the S's here is pretty quick, and I make a mess of this next lap after I pass it. I'm missing the apex there. This is a good one. You swing wide, apex comes back to you, and then it's a straight shot to the top of what they call a roller coaster. I love this little section, but it's a little harrowing because Saturday morning, right here, this left-hander is where I clipped the curb and went wiping out. So it gets really fast down here. You're dropping 3 stories, which may be hard to see from this vantage point, but thanks to William for letting me use his footage. He's sweeping wide. He's got the right line. I just made a meal of that, and as you can see, he gets the drive. Bam, he is gone. So he is slamming through the straightaway. This is the kink. It's harrowing. This doesn't even begin to show you how far you're leaned over, and you start to approach in the 170s. So great job to William. My favorite thing, block pass. So I'm pretty late on the brakes typically. As you saw at the beginning of the clip, I went flying through on a practice and about wiped out a bunch of guys like a jerk. So trying to get it under control there. And William says he's a little bit weak in that spot, so I tried to take advantage of that. And then this spot here, on this corner, I think it's 4A or 4B, I typically mess that up, but I got it pretty good through there. Here we come on the back straightaway after you go through the S's again. And you get up to about 140 through here. I love this little spot right before you go into turn 7 again, where I passed him on the last lap. I don't think it was this race, but my buddy, shout out to Jeremy Brinker, who's gotten so fast into the 134s and 5s. He lost his brakes right there on that straightaway under the bridge, and thankfully he wasn't hurt. There was a lot of runoff, so he could just keep going straight, just downshift the bike. But man, this is a great little area. I did a little bit better job here. As you can see, I'm starting to gap William a little bit. I'm hitting my marks a little wide there. I've been a little shy of the curbing ever since that wipeout, but you can see I go wide. This is good. I've got good drive. But then I always make a mess of this area. I cut it perfectly here, but I still should have come out a little wider, cut back to the curving again, and I got really good drive here. It's just awesome. Hard on the brakes around the 6 marker. Sometimes I go down to 5, but that usually got me in trouble. I'm too late on the brakes. This time I hit my markers pretty well. It's like a double apex here almost. And back we go into turn 3. Yep, hit that mark pretty well. Getting a little gap on William through here, but then I kind of tend to run this wide a lot. I hit that fairly well. You can see I was like struggling to get it turned. Flip-flop, back into the S's, on the back straightaway again. Here we go. In one of the warm-ups, I hit this curve as well. It was a rough warm-up session. Now I'm getting a really nice gap on William. But he's going to close back up on me because I'm going to start to make a couple mistakes back here. I'm getting a little tired, getting winded. Still hitting my marks pretty well. Really good job to William on the binders right here. He closes up a little bit. Sweep down the roller coaster. I get a little bit more better drive through here. A little wide. Just messed that up. And William's starting to gain on me pretty good again. Shut the door. Hit the kink. 172. Love it. I know the fast guys are going probably more like 185. Hey, there's Jonathan Muller to the party. Sweeping in on William at the last second, and now it becomes a three-way race. Again, I'm getting tired. I go way wide right here. I hit the apex perfectly, but then messed that part up. Now I'm forced to readjust. I made these guys readjust, so thankfully no one was able to get through on me despite making some serious mistakes here. Got good drive though. Laid on the brakes. Apex that one nicely. Getting back on track. But boy, these two guys are pushing hard. We're on the next to last lap, so they know they've got to make a move. They are really pushing hard through here. You can see the traction control lighting up like crazy on Williams' bike, keeping him beefing it. Down the roller coaster. Jonathan is right on my tail. Williams doing a great job of staying with us as well. Again, I'm a little shy through here. Jonathan's really closed up nicely. Apex it good though. Now we are on the gas hard. We're not going to quite hit the same speed through here. Pretty close. I'm running a little wide. Protect my line, come back over in the middle of the track so I can't get blocked past. Still running a little deep. Missed that apex a little bit, but thankfully so did Jonathan and William. Shut the door right there. And now look, Jonathan's got a line, but I come back through. Here I really start messing things up. Way wide on the apex there. Way wide. Now I'm really slow through this part. Lost my drive. Jonathan is just all over me. Now Williams closed back up. It's a drag race. I'm trying to just keep it together, but I get way too hot. Way too late on the brakes. I fixate. Look how wide I am. Jonathan could probably have swept through here, but it goes off camber, and it's a dangerous area because if you lean too far over, you can very easily chuck the bike out from under you. But Jonathan and William are definitely on my ass right now. We are coming up the end. White flag was out. Drive down the hill. Right now I'm just hoping that these guys don't come sweeping by. I'm so tired. I know I'm making all sorts of mistakes. We really all bogged down right there because I made a bad mistake there. But now it's a drag race to the end. Head down, drive. And checkered flag. Man, great race. Thanks for the footage, William. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that one. That was just one of 5 races, well, actually 4. But man, it was a great time and learned a lot. Looking forward to next season. Hopefully we can duke it out with these guys some more. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and hope you enjoyed it. Welcome all feedback and comments. Thanks.